Look, I came prepared, and it doesn't look like I'm gonna go. It's raining. I mean, it's been. I don't know, but I'm drunk. I did. I loaded it up, and I packed all of her things for her. I mean, it's not like pouring, but whatever. We'll see.
Good morning.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, Jen.
How are you?
Morning.
Morning.
I'm ready. Get my coffee.
I'm talking to you guys muted. I said, oh, look, Joe Biden's on presidential birthday today.
Who is that?
Joe Biden.
No, but who is that?
Oh, I think I'm going to guess, and I don't know. I'm going to guess it may be John LeBar.
Oh,
So guys, it's so funny. I've been thinking a lot about our industry and how we are not looked at as true professionals. And the reason I say that is because a few reasons. I think the entry level to get in, even though it's a very hard test and a very hard exam, I think people get in because they think like they can dibble and dabble in it, sort of, right? They don't take it as a true profession. So I think I shared with you a few weeks ago, my son was taking the real estate, the class for New Jersey, and the instructor had to tell the people that they need to be sitting in a chair. They need to be, they can't be lying in bed, because I have a picture of the Zoom call with this guy lying in bed with his girlfriend under his shoulder, like horrific, right? They can't be driving. They can't be walking around. Like they have to be like as if they were in a classroom attending a class. They had to be told that. So that was number one. But then just the way, even when I interview agents, new agents that come in, like their mindset is so not of an entrepreneur or owning their own business, can I get a scholarship for the class? Like they don't even want to invest in themselves. Like this, the questions that come out and the way that they present themselves, I really like just been thinking a lot about it lately. Like, why aren't we looked at? We are some of the most successful people in our careers. We have the opportunity to make the most money possible, more than other professions, right? I mean, we all know that. I know, people who, I know different facets of life, what people make, and, we just have such great opportunities here. Why aren't we looked at as a professional industry? I think Lonnie and I spoke about this actually recently. She came in my office. Look at Lonnie's face. She looks nervous. But we spoke about this, and it's just unbelievable, right? I don't know, just blows my mind. It just blows my mind. And then, we see that when we deal with other agents. So, it's just weighing heavily on me.
Second?
Huh?
Can I just hop in for a minute?
Sure.
I have always, and this is going to sound terrible, but I think the perception of the public for us, I've always said that life has a totem pole of jobs. At the very, very bottom is used car salesman. And guess what the next level up is? The perception is us. One step up. And that's just terrible.
It is terrible. It is terrible. So we have to, I mean, I know I'm preaching to the choir here, so it's not like I'm talking to anybody who I feel is not, not most professional here, but still, it's just mind blowing. It's just mind blowing to me. Anyway, let me get on to, so we can get started today. Let me mute my phone so it doesn't distract me. Okay, all set. So good morning, everyone. that was my little pet peeve for the week, is just thinking about how we are perceived in the industry, or not in the industry, in life, unfortunately. So, are you the cool kid or are you the bully? We all know who's who, so you can't hide from us. But the coolest people I know don't respond to negativity, don't speak poorly about others, show up on time, give without expectations, deliberately optimistic, don't nitpick or brag, show gratitude, have good manners, make no excuses, and do random acts of kindness. So think about this in your daily life. Are you the cool kid on the block, or are you the bully? Are you the one who stirs up trouble? Are you the one who brings in negativity, right? Because we do know one thing, that our mindset really controls how successful we are. So we have to have a good mindset. And I know we've talked about this in the past, even setting intentions in the morning, 3 things we're grateful for before we start our day could help change our mindset each day. So just think about that. We really need to have a good mindset to move forward. The agents that are successful have a great mindset. The agents who are great at converting online leads know they can versus they say they can't, So it's all about what we have up here. So just always keep that in mind every day. So our birthdays today is actually Angie Vorostek's birthday. So if you see her, wish her a happy birthday. She's here every day. She works just as hard as she did pre-COVID. So happy birthday, Angie. Our anniversaries, Mallory Dougherty has been here for 7 years, and Ronnie has been here 2 years. It's crazy. Ronnie's doing really well this year. So you see her around the office more, and she's really starting her career, I guess within the last 6 months, due to COVID and being able to come into this full time now. So our planning day is Wednesday, November 4th, which I believe, as crazy as this sounds, is 2 weeks from today, which is unbelievable. So 10 a.m., we're going to do it in place of our office meeting. You don't have to attend as your favorite futuristic character, but it may be fun if you want to, is to maybe do a cute background behind your Zoom. Have that, like, how you could change your backgrounds in Zoom. Maybe we can do some cute backgrounds for the planning day with futuristic. So we're going to be doing the 2021 business plan and our 2020 source of income worksheet. That should be 2021, not 2020. We're going to do a scavenger hunt, which we're going to what I'm asking you is to imagine you're a local tour guide and work for tips. Your tourists are from the future. Gather as many photos, facts, or web links about your community, its history, and specifically your observations for how things have changed. Email your findings to me I'm probably going to do it by, like 2 days before. I'll let you know. So your goal is to show you are the neighborhood expert. Remember, we used to have packets prior to the internet that we used to have to provide to our clients. I think it's a good exercise to do that again, and just have something, even for your open houses, whatever it is, just to show you're the neighborhood specialist. Again, to bring that personal touch into your business and you as a professional. So we'll continue to I'll continue to keep you updated on this and what we need in the future. Tomorrow, Richard Krause will be visiting our office. It's $50 for 2 retouched headshots and a 3/4 shot and a portrait. So it's cash, check, or Venmo. We're going to put him in the classrooms so that we don't have anyone gather. We don't have groups gathering here. I know we have about 5 agents from our office who are going to be getting pictures done. You just come between that time, 12 and 1, and he takes you at a first come, first serve basis. So that's how it's done. So if anyone's looking to retouch their pictures or upgrade their pictures or get rid of their prom picture, come tomorrow to our office between 12 and 1. Tonight, our upcoming self-development schedule at 7 o'clock via Zoom. Tejas Kapadia will be presenting Understanding the Sales Contract. This is backed by popular demand. Every time we've had this, seasoned agents have said, can we do this every month? Because I learned so much, and, you know, it really helps us understand the sales contract, as we should. So that's tonight. I'm going to be sending out later on this afternoon. I will send out the sales contract, because I know at 7:10 I will be getting text and emails saying, how do I get the sales contract so I can follow along? I'm going to do that this afternoon. You can print it out so you have it in front of you, or you can obviously have it on your screen. But you know, this to me, every single time I attend this, I learn something new from him. So it's well worth your time, and that's tonight at 7. So our company awards for teams is quite impressive this month. So Jackie, for dollar volume, was number 4 in the company. Again, remember, we have 140 offices in our company, company-wide. She was number 2 in listings. She bet out Arlene Ganella and Victoria Carter. I mean, that's really, really, really impressive. I mean, look at the group that was number 1. They have 9 people just in their photo as a team. So quite impressive that she was number 2 in the company for listings last month, and then number 2 for revenue units. So if you see her, congratulate her, because that's truly, truly amazing to be able to accomplish this. And her team is really made up of her, you know, her daughter, Jan, and Bill right now. And then as far as sales, number 5. So as far as a regional winner for our region, Jackie was number 1 in dollar volume, listings, and revenue units for the month of September. So really, really impressive. I spoke to her about it yesterday, so congrats, Jackie. And then as far as our office goes, so congratulations to each and every one of you for another amazing month in the corporate headquarters. We were number 3 in dollar volume. Now, if everybody notices this, and I don't know if you pay attention to offices like I do, but I remember when I was in the Randolph office, the Morristown office was always number 1 in everything whenever they did awards back then. So to see, and she's been number 1 since I've come back to the company. Eileen, she's an amazing leader and an amazing person. And so just the fact that, you know, we're getting ahead of them, these big offices, is really, really impressive. Number 3 in revenue units for the month, company-wide. And number 3 for sales, company-wide. So again, congratulations to all of you for having an awesome, awesome month of September. And let's keep it up in the months to come. It only benefits each and every one of you when you are successful and making money, right? Which is really the bottom line. So nothing makes me happier. Right now, so last month in September, we were already hit our revenue units objective by a week before the month ended. We're not exactly a week before the month ended right now. We have we have a week and a half left, but we still are we need about 30 more units to hit our objective. I would really like to get to 100 again. I think we're a 100 unit office easily. So our objective is 82. So right now we're about 47 away from hitting that 100 unit goal. So remember, if you have any sales that you have not handed in yet, please make sure you're handing it in to Silvana so we can keep track of our numbers. I appreciate it. And then our king for the week is none only than Anthony Rosamalia. So congratulations to Anthony in September. He was first in the region for top applications units and top close units, second in the region for top application dollar volume, and third in the region for top close dollar volume. So thank you all for your support. Please, please, please keep it coming. Every single one of you who have had the opportunity to work with Anthony, I've heard nothing but amazing things every single time. So please continue so we can keep the crown on his head for another month. We're going to actually make him one, and he's going to have to walk around the office like this when he comes in. Unfortunately, I can't see his face right now. I can't see anybody's face, so it really kills me. I have to figure out and change that again so that I can at least see some people on the side. But anyway, Congrats to Anthony and congrats to all of you, the corporate headquarters team. Amazing, amazing month. So our market update. Inventory shortage and selling our own listings. So Carlos was on our managers meeting last week, and I'm going to share something else with you. Yes, I am bringing up the NAR Clear Cooperation Policy again in this meeting, guys. So stay tuned. If you haven't been sick of hearing it already, you're going to hear about it again. But there is a new change. But anyway, what he's proposing that our agents do is, we're in such a great market, why not try to keep some of the, if you have a listing, you might not try to get the opportunity for yourself first or another agent in the office, right? Keep it within Wyker. So if you have a listing that maybe doesn't have the photos yet, what you can do is, if you're handing it in at the end of the weekend, what they're proposing is you hand the paperwork into Silvana. It does not go on the GSMLS. And then you can hold an open house that weekend because you have signed paperwork. And because it's on a Friday, you have 24 hours, which actually goes to Monday to put that in. So this way you can market it on social media, you can put signs out, and you can get people through that first weekend prior to it actually hitting the market. So we can talk about that a little more individually if anyone's interested in doing that. So that's what they're proposing, just because of our low inventory. So look at this chart starting in January of 2000 and going all the way to June of 2020. 2008, 2009, we saw, right, the highest inventory in our area. And now we're back down to the lowest inventory in history, right? So crazy amount, considering how many homes and how built up places are now versus where they were then. We literally are at our lowest inventory ever. And this is lower than during the pandemic, okay? So think about that. Lower than during the pandemic when nothing was going on and everybody was, and the world had stopped. New Jersey unsold housing inventory by county. So it just a recap of what we already know and how little inventory it is and how much more contracts we're seeing on houses. So the percentage of the contracts we're seeing is higher than most of what we see in the, as far as what we have on the market. So again, great information for you guys to keep yourself up to date, as well as for your clients too. So here you'll see the green towns, or sorry, the green counties are less than 1.7 months supply. 1.7 to 2 months supply are blue, which is where we fall in Morris. Essex is one of the green ones. And then greater than 2 months supply. Believe it or not, is Bergen, Huntington, Atlantic, and I don't even know what that one is. It's too small for me to read. But anyway, none of us are going that far out. So interesting data and interesting information for you guys to have. So open houses. I know they're getting harder and harder to come by, right? We don't have the inventory, so how are we able to give our agents the opportunity to sit? So what Stephanie and I have been doing is reaching out on Mondays to the listing agents, finding out what inventory they have to sit so we can get on top of it early on, and then reaching out to agents who have shown interest in holding open houses. So if you're interested in sitting an open house, please get in touch with us the end of the week on Friday or early Monday or over the weekend, so that we can plan accordingly for you, because we are looking into those opportunities, because there's still a great way to get face-to-face with buyers and sellers and to keep building your pipeline. So our nationwide September Ultimate Open House activity, 3,800 held, and this is nationwide. So, I mean, low numbers, right? Considering what we used to see, right? We used to have 7,000, 8,000, 9,000, but still a lot. We're still doing a good job with holding open houses. And then open house attendees, over 16,000. So that's a lot of people attending, a lot of open houses. And it's still one of the best sources of business that we have, especially for new agents to get their first deal, is sitting at open house and creating relationships. So Vin's daughter is willing to be our open house balloon girl. Everybody loves to have the balloon person here when you just come in and grab your balloons and grab whatever you have and go. So you don't have to sit there and wait if someone else is using the machine, the helium tank, or, you know, just waste time. So reach out if you want your balloons ready for you to grab and go on Sunday. We'll provide information on how to reach out to her directly so she knows ahead of time how many balloons you're looking for. And remember, it's always nice to slide a little tip along her way. It's a nice way for you to show appreciation. So what's new at My Weichert? Stephanie had sent these out. She sends them out to you so that you can see exactly what's there when they come out. But a win-win for home buyers and sellers, the escalation clause, what the urban flight means for home buyers and sellers, claim your home right, buyers are looking for a home like yours. These are all templates that are already done on your behalf, and they're so nice and so easy to do. So take advantage of this that you have, because I know in the past this is something that you guys are always saying you don't have time to send out emails, you don't have time to farm, right? You don't have time to put these things together. You don't have to do that anymore. It's all done for you. So I have this in the slides, so this way you have a quick tutorial on what to do. Select your contacts, go through at mass email, find your template easily by typing marketing in the search bar, and then you can find which template you want to send out. Toggle off include signature and click send. Oops. And that's as easy as it is for you to send a newsletter to your clients, your sphere, your past clients on a monthly basis. Very, very easy. So take advantage of what you have here. If you're not sure what to do, take advantage of having Stephanie as a resource and reach out to her to make sure that you can set some time aside to make the most of this unbelievable dashboard and platform that we have provided to you. So with that, we'll go right into success with Stephanie for the week. She wants to share some things with you. So go ahead, Stephanie.
Good morning. So to kind of speak to the what Missy was just saying, and also to the survey that we did a couple of weeks ago, I came up with 6 ways to engage and get leads. So next slide, please.
I was too busy playing. Trying to get people's faces up.
So 6 ways to generate leads with My Weichert. Thank you, Sharp. I use your website quite a bit for this. The first way is to customize and promote your My Weichert website on business materials. So your business cards, your marketing materials that you're sending out, your postcards, even just letting people know that you have a website. Because once a person registers on your website, they will be added to your Smart CRM automatically. So whether it's their phone number, because they have to register. So when they go onto your website, a little pop-up will come up, please register. They have to add in their email and their cell phone number, so right away you have a lead. The cool thing about that is every time that lead comes back to your website, what will happen is you will get a notification via text and email that this lead has returned to your website and is reviewing properties. And also, in addition, an automatic email and text go to the lead directly and saying, hey, I see you looking on my website, please reach out to me with any questions you might have. So there's a lot of automation that happens just by a visitor going to your website, which is really cool.
So is that Cheryl's tagline, connecting hearts to homes one key at a time? That's on the
oh, that's actually a customized area that
oh my god, it's so cute. I love it.
So she has
really
a tagline that she's done. Anybody can do that. Again, the website customization is a little bit more of a one-on-one meeting that we could have. It's actually really not so hard. It's just a little bit more, I would need to meet with you. Yeah, so anybody can customize it. It automatically has a pretty good tagline. Like the time is yours. I can't remember exactly, but it's pretty good, but you can change it. Also, additionally, the website acts as a search engine for people. No, I'm sorry, go back one, Missy. Sorry, I'm still kind of on that slide. There you go. So the website actually acts as a search engine for people. So instead of people going to Zillow or Realtor or just Googling a property, they could just come right back to your website and it acts as a search engine for them. It's connected to GSMLS and NJMLS automatically, even if you're not a member of NJMLS. So any properties that are active on either one or both of those sites will populate. So it's pretty good in that way. The only downside is it doesn't typically find exclusives or, you know, things are under contract, but it only does usually active. So anything in the A with the A. So you also might customize it with not only just the tagline there, but you can also add blogs, which I know a couple of people have been doing. You can add place to go to third-party websites. Missy was kind of talking about, you know, promoting the towns that you farm. You can actually add websites directly, so people, you know, visiting your website can get to other websites pretty simply. So it's good in that way. So the second way to get leads is to create a squeeze page. I think I've gone through this before. The reason I always promote it is because it's so easy. What you would need to do is you go to your MyWiker account, obviously. You would click on the lead engine tool. Then you would go to IDX squeeze page, and then you would click on seller squeeze. So this would be to get sellers. So it's specific to an area. So if you want to continue to market to your farm area and you want to do some stuff on social media, this is a good kind of vehicle for that. So what you would do is you would add in the source as Facebook, and you would select your specific area that you're marketing to. In our example there, I put Morris Plains. And the hashtag, again, the hashtag is a labeling system. So any lead that comes in from this squeeze page from Facebook will automatically be hashtagged, and I put there Morris Plains seller squeeze. This way I know where that lead came from. Potentially they live in Morris Plains, or they're looking to move to Morris Plains. It creates an easier way for you to find them if you're ever going to do a mass emailing, if you're going to announce an open house or whatnot. So it's good to have that. And the main goal is to get people to click on the link to see what their home is worth. So it gives them a home valuation. So the seller squeeze is promoting the user to click on the link below. It takes them to your website again, and they can just put in their address. So again, they become a lead. Not only do they become a lead with their email and cell phone number, but then they're also giving you their address. So it's, you know, it makes it even easier to kind of get a hold of them, whether it's going to be a postcard or, again, if you're going to be doing email campaigns or even call campaigns. Once they do the valuation and they download it, what will happen is they will get an email, and you will get an email that you have a lead. So you don't always have to log in to see that. You'll be able to know that somebody did that, so you can see that your seller squeeze page is working. So again, something that I mentioned last week and I wasn't able to find it, I actually was able to find the disclaimer in regards to the information is, you know, basically for information purposes only, you know, to contact your realtor, and here it is. So at the bottom of your website, all of your websites, there's a link that says terms of use. And I think every person in the world has this on their website, some kind of like disclaimer. And it underlined there that the information, all other materials on the site are provided for general information purposes only, and etc. So basically it's up to the user to say, well, let me call my realtor to make sure, and hopefully they call you. So I just wanted to point that out in regards to that. So the third way is to create a landing page. Again, something that I've gone through in the past. I actually was able to help an agent in our office create this seller landing page. So what she did was we created kind of it was actually the beginning of COVID. So we were just kind of promoting that, you know, like we're still working, we're still, you know, we're doing things safely, et cetera, et cetera. And what she did was she shared this on her Facebook page, and she boosted it to her farm area. And from what I understand, she had some success with it. She got some leads from it. So it's a very simple thing to do. You would go to Lead Engine, you click on landing page, and which is directed to your website. And then what you would choose is the lead generation type. So before you click save on any of the things, make sure you customize it, because it does actually have like placeholders, and typically they are just placeholders. It doesn't really make sense for our purposes. So just make sure you are able to write over all of those areas. It's really good for open house announcements as well. So if you want to promote a property and kind of, you know, do some highlights of the property, it's good to have as well. So that's number 3. Number 4 would, what Missy mentioned before, is sending a mass text or email. It's a very, very quick thing to do. You never know. They might forward it off to a friend of theirs that's potentially looking to buy or sell. It might create a referral line for you. And it maybe even the people that you're promoting, you're sending the email to, they might become even more of a lead at that point. So it's really a simple thing to do. And the 5th way is to create a text code. So this is something that I haven't gone over much before, because prior to COVID, I think that it was something that people weren't utilizing as much, but now with things needing to be touch-free and whatnot, you can actually create a text code in My Weichert that directs people to different properties on your website or just to your website in general. I'm sure you've seen it before. Text 12344 to get a free offer or whatever. So that's what I'm referring to here. So in our example, I've actually used Cheryl's property to see what you could put on like a marketing piece to see more of Sparta to Sparta Road Stanhope. You would text to Sparta Road to 973-737-9843, which is a smart number. So if they do that, they become a lead in your system at that point. So what will happen is their cell phone number will be their first and last name. And then when you obviously connect with them, you get their real name. So it's a little bit of a different, you'll see it a little bit differently in your Smart CRM, but it is definitely a phone number because they're texting you from their cell phone. So it's really good. And actually that's not your real cell phone number. So they don't even have your number at that point. That's your smart number, which directs to you anyway. So to do that, it's also in Lead Engine. It's under the call capture tile, and it's a custom text code, and you can kind of use any text code you want. If somebody else in the office is already using a text code, it will let you know that it's not available. So if somebody wants to do 123 Main Street and 123 Main Street is already being utilized by another agent, you can just do 124 Main Street if you want, or just Main Street 123, whatever, just to change it up. So I'm not sure of anybody that are using these, but they're definitely good to have. And they're really good to have on riders. And, Farmers Signs actually does that now. And then the 6th way to generate leads, and thank you to Laura Young for pointing this out to me, you can actually create a QR code in My Weichert that directs people to your website, or you can actually even do it to a property on your website, which is, I think, again, with the touch-free way that we're kind of needing to do things now, I think this is really just the best way to kind of, and it shows some technology behind you, If you scan either one of these, I did these as an example, that first one there, it actually goes directly to my website, and the second one there is actually to a property that's on the market right now, 83 Old Mill Road. So if you don't have a QR code scanner on your phone, they're actually free to download. I have the QR scanner app on my phone. It's like a little 2-second download. If you just go to your app store and search for it, you can just have it on your phone. But Missy actually pointed out to me yesterday that a lot of the newer phones have it already directly built into the camera. So if you take a photo of a QR code, it will do all of the background stuff for you. You don't even have to have an app. I have an older phone, so I have the app on my phone.
Can I add something for this QR thing, which I've been seeing at a lot of open houses, is instead of signing in, people are using the property QR code, so you get their information auto captured through the QR thing. But I don't think you can get their email that way. Just their phone number.
Their phone number, yep, their phone number. But actually, it's not even their phone number with these QR codes. It actually just takes them to your website, and then they would have to register on your website. So it's kind of two things. So it's directly to your My Weichert website. So what will happen is you scan it, you go to the website, and then after the second time you go onto the website, it asks you to register. So that's how the lead becomes a real lead in your Smart CRM.
Interesting.
Yep.
It's so awesome. So if anybody has ventured out to restaurants these days, you know that this is what they have on the tables when you get there, because they're no longer handing out menus, again, for safety reasons. So they have a QR code on the table. And so like it's, as far as my phone is, I have the new Samsung. I just tap on my camera. I put it up to the QR code. It's all I do. And then it says, if you could see, it says web page, and I just click on it and it takes me to it. It does the same thing with the, a menu. So this is, QR codes are back again. I don't know if we've, for a few years there, they went out. I feel like we weren't using them as much anyway in our business, but now this is what everybody's doing. So anybody I've ever, been with had the ability to just scan that code and get their, the menu up really quickly. So same thing. Why not have this on your front door while people are waiting? Scan them to visit my website. Let them be looking at your website while they're sitting there, outside waiting, or whatever the case may be. It's a brilliant, brilliant, brilliant idea to have one of these in a clear plastic thing, whether you're having your website or you have the property that you're sitting at, or you have both next to each other. Scan to visit my website while waiting. Scan to see more of 83 Old Mill Road while you're waiting. It's just, I feel like everybody, it's so easy to get on my Waker.
So none of these capture any information? These QRs don't capture anything?
No, it doesn't so, but what happens is, as I mentioned before, the first thing is when somebody goes to your website, they become a lead in your system by registering on your website. So in other words, when they log into when they go to your website, an automatic registration pops up. Please enter your email and cell phone number to move forward. Do you know what I'm saying?
So then the QR is not great for the open house, because I saw it at a bunch of open houses. I wasn't sure. But I guess
no,
then
you're
the
still gonna
text
ask
code
them
would
to
be.
You're still going to ask them to sign in as normal, Jen.
But
This
the
is to
text
get them
code,
on
you
your
can have them
website.
sign in. Like
No,
if
it's
they
not
text
for
the
sign
code.
in. It's not for a sign in. You're confusing the two. You're still going to have them sign in as normal, however you're doing that, which should be by texting you. This is just for them while they're standing there waiting. They're thinking now they're going to go on your website, or they're going to go on the property site through you, right? And again, it's all going to be branded to you, and that's what you want, because then they can then start searching and looking, and maybe they'll start using it. So it's just another way to engage them with you. It's not made to take the place of signing in.
No, that's not. Yeah, it's just meant to have an additional way to force people to your website.
Exactly.
Because when you scan that Old Mill Road right there, it goes to the property on your website, even if you're not the listing agent.
Exactly.
So it's sticking to you. At that point, they're able to see more information, tax information, the square footage of the property. Obviously, they're in the property, they're going to see the rooms for themselves, but there's other information on those when the house was built, etc. So there's a lot of information. It's just it's another marketing tool for you. And the way to create these is in my Waker, you would go to Web and IDX on the left-hand side, and then you click the Embed tab, which is in the middle, and then you click on QR codes. Again, there's two types. You can either do straight to your website, which is that top one, or you can put in the property MLS ID to spit out a QR code that goes to that property on your website. So it doesn't take them to GSMLS or NJMLS, it will take them to that property on your website.
If I can add, a QR code you can see it as a regular barcode that it has embedded information on those little dots. So basically, the embedded information is just it traces back to either a website or some information about any kind of product.
Correct. Thanks, Carlos. Yeah, that's exactly what it's for.
And think about this, guys. Maybe you put on top of your plastic thing, we have a big QR code for them to take. Maybe in reference to the property, maybe you put, scan here for a copy of your hands-free brochure. So now they have it. You know how at night they want to go back and look at everything. Now they have it on their phone. You know what I'm saying? So I just think there's so many great things you can do with this easily. It's not going to take you a lot of time. And again, you want to constantly point people back to your website, so this way they start putting information in and you can capture them as a client.
Stephanie?
So, yeah.
Can I get this as a, I don't know, that I can scan it and put it on something else if I send somebody a letter?
Yes,
Okay, and I can have it directed towards my website?
yes.
Yep.
Okay. And how
So
do I
Jeff,
do
if
that?
you want any help,
Yeah, absolutely, Jeff. I'll call you after.
as I say, reach out to Stephanie. She can help you get it done. And this, like, don't struggle, guys. I know sometimes you come to me, I've been working on this for a half hour. I'm not talking about my work specifically. It's just anything that you're working on. Like,
Yeah.
why work on something for an hour? Come first to, reach out to me and I can see if I can help you, because sometimes I tell you the answer and you're like, I've been working on this so long and I just wasted time. So don't struggle. Don't overwhelm yourself. You have the support here. Reach out if you need anything, something like this, we can help you get done like instantly. So
Stephanie, let me think about how or where or when I would use it, because I got to give it a little bit more thought, but I think it's a great idea.
Thanks. Yeah,
thank
no,
you.
it really is good. Again, thanks to Lori Young for pointing this out. I didn't realize that this was.
I've used them before, and I put them on my post. Whenever I have a listing, I create a property website, just like what she has. And then if you do video or anything extra, I do the 3D. You can put it all in that, just like what she did with her QR. And then you can mail it to whoever is on the block. You can have it at the showing, just like Missy said, on like a flyer. You just print it. It is a cool piece. I just, for some reason, I thought it lead captured. I think maybe I tried it at a different company, but it is a really cool thing, because I think Stephanie did it one time where she showed you the video and the photos and all the information about the property. So,
Yeah, I just did the one she had here while I was sitting here while she was talking, and the property came up. I looked through all the pictures, which were beautiful. I had everything. I mean, it was like instantaneous, which is what people want.
especially if you do
Everyone
like
wants
video and
instantaneous.
3D, it creates little tabs, and it's like really cool. I mean, it's impressive for people for listing presentations, I think, but there's a bunch of ways to do it. I mean, every day is a listing presentation, right?
Mhm.
Jen,
Yeah,
can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh, wasn't it? So in addition, you can say, so to make it a lead capture, you can say, scan here to visit my website and don't forget to register on my website, or something like that, to force them to, become a lead.
I think it would be easier to do that the text code, text this code and then it'll get their email. But I really do like the My Weichert open house app.
Yes, for open
The
house
My
apps, yes. But if you want them to just become if you want to be able to get them into that your website so that they're seeing it, then say, don't forget to register so you are kept up up to date with the most with listings as they come available, or whatever it is, something like that, like a call to action.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was trying to get at. So that's really all I had. So does anybody else have any questions? Also, don't forget, next Tuesday I'm doing the Super Power Hour. Forgot to put a slide in here at 2:00 next Tuesday. I think it's the 27th.
And it's open for if someone wants to go over this in more detail. So that's what the Super Power Hour is, and that's why it's not a specific topic each week. It's because if you come on and there's certain things you want to look at, it's made to be open so that we can freely talk about the things that you want to learn. So
Yep.
Any other questions?
That's it. Thank you, guys.
So some office news. So funnily enough, we get calls all day long, Silvana and I, about lockbox shackle codes, right? Agents are at the house, they can't get their shackle code. So if I were to be in the office when I got this call on Saturday from the agent, I would have just ran over to Silvana's office and got the shackle code, because it's just like automatic, like a robot. But because I was not in the office, and because Silvana was not in the office because it was Saturday, I said, wait a minute, you can view your shackle code. So if you've registered that lockbox, which you should, so that you're getting the notifications every time it's shown, right? So I'm assuming everybody does that, because that's really important to share with your clients, and to know who's accessing their house when, and when they're leaving. You have on your e-key right in your hand your shackle code for that property. So you just have to go into your those property information, and then you can get the shackle code right there. Okay, so you don't have to freak out. You don't have to worry if it's a Saturday or Sunday or if it's at night. You have the ability to get your shackle code on your phone as you need it. So I just wanted to remind you guys that. I'm assuming most people didn't know that. Yeah, so that's all I want to talk about that. Let's talk about your commission. So again, you know, I started out the meeting today just talking about, you know, how we're perceived as a career from other industries and just by the public in general. And, you know, I see more and more agents, you know, it's always a conversation about reducing your commission. Always a conversation about reducing it, whether it's from the beginning when you meet with the seller or when you, during home inspection or whatever. And I'm not sure why a home inspection problem becomes your problem. I'm not sure why sellers feel that they can always just go in your pocket. So something's not explained to them from the get-go, because I would never take money out of my pocket. If the seller needed to remediate something in their house, I don't know why that becomes my problem, right? So anything that I do in my house is my problem, right? I'm not going to push that on anybody. So I don't feel anyone should push that on me. So, you know, I see more and more, and it's so upsetting that agents are just going in at they're starting at 5%. They're not even giving themselves an opportunity. So by doing that, we've gotten the public now to believe that that's where they list the averages, and, you know, they want a deal. So if you're going in at 5 versus 6, obviously they're going to be happy, right? Who wouldn't take a 5% over a 6%, you know? But we need to really, you know, there are agents in our office who specifically, Lori Kaplan for one, always gets a 6% or 99% of the time. Now, you can try to argue that her clients are easier than yours and her clients aren't as difficult and her clients are more realistic. That's not the case. Clients are clients no matter what area they're from, no matter how we deal with them. It's how you present yourself. So you need to start looking at yourself and saying, why am I not getting 6%? Why are new agents going out and getting 6% on a listing, and I'm a seasoned professional agent with so much knowledge and so much to offer my clients, but yet I go in at 5 and then automatically tell them if I'm to bring the buyer too, then I will go down to 4.5 or 4. I never did that in my career, nor would I do that today. If I was doing it, nothing would change. But we're always reducing. And then we say, I didn't make as much money, or I need to make more money, or why is this fee coming up, or this is happening. Look at what you're doing to yourself on a daily basis. I really want you guys to look at yourself deeper on what you're doing and make a decision to start out at 6. If somebody wants a reduction, go to 5.75. Yes, 5.75. Then go to 5.5. Then go to 5.25. Let's not just take a percentage off and throw it at them, because then they already know they got you. Now they're in the driver's seat and you're not anymore. So we need to be more proactive. And I'm saying this for you, not for me, not for Weichert. I'm saying it to get you more money in your pocket so that you can give yourself a raise as a business owner, as an entrepreneur. So think about that. You have so much knowledge here. You have so much to offer. Don't stop undercutting yourself. So the ever popular and frustrating NAR Clear Cooperation Policy has some new clarifications, and I think you'll be happy with them. So GSMLS and Hudson GSMLS, no, that's not true. Hudson MLS are not cooperating with the policy. Okay, so if you put a listing on in the GSMLS coverage areas or the Hudson MLS coverage areas, you can do an open house. You can put it on social media. You can send postcards out. You can market it. It's still not going to be marketed publicly on websites because it's a national policy. So even though the MLSs don't follow it, we still have to follow it on internet sites. We can't, there's no way for us to override it just because we're in GSMLS or because we're in Hudson MLS, okay? So you can still put a coming soon or an exclusive You could still post a sign out in front. You could still put a rider up that says exclusive on it. So in our area you can. Now, if you are in NJMLS, because it's an Essex County listing or a Livingston listing or a Short Hills listing or any Bergen County listing, then you cannot do those things, okay? You cannot have an open house. You cannot put it on your social media. You cannot do the things we just spoke about because they are cooperating with that policy, okay? And they will fine you, as we all know, anyone who's dealt with NJMLS. So any other MLSs in New Jersey, you cannot market an exclusive, but as far as GSMLS and Hudson, you can, okay? So again, I know this has been a roller coaster and it's constantly changing. Hopefully it stays like this and I never have to bring it up again and we just all follow suit. But I know I've gotten calls from you guys in reference to maybe a house down your street that has a sign up with an exclusive, you know, things like that. Now we know that we can do that as well, okay? So we're all on the same page. Again, just to give you, you know, we all run into things every single day. And sometimes you guys come to me and I'm like, I have no idea what the answer is. Let's call Mary. So you have a new, NCJR has a legal hotline and it's the office number at 973-425-0110. You can call anytime with any of your business questions. So the reason I'm bringing this up is, let's say I'm in a meeting and you can't get me, you know, for whatever reason, or I'm on the other line. You can call them and they are happy to answer your questions. You're not bothering anybody. You're not interrupting anybody. They have a legal hotline that is made just for their members. So take advantage of that, okay? So this is some of the information on it. Here's Mary's email. Here is the phone number. And feel free to reach out to them whenever you have a question, okay? And if you have a good question and you're unable to get me and you do reach out to them, please share it with me so I know the answer to it for the future, because I do love questions, especially questions I don't have the answer to, so I can learn about how or what the correct answer is. But remember, they're happy they're there for you. You're not bothering anybody, and it's a great resource for all of us to have, so take advantage of it. Also, your NCJR dues or membership is coming due. So it's due on January 1st, but your invoices were sent out this week. And the reason why they sent them out in October now is because, as we know, it becomes a hardship, you know, between Christmas and New Year's when you have to spend an additional $500. So make sure you pay it ASAP. They are assessing a $75 late fee after January 1st. And it no longer can be waived. So they really want us to push to you guys that it's not going to be waived anymore. That's $75. You have to pay it. So go on to ncjar.com. You can use your MasterCard, Visa, Amex, or debit card and pay your dues. You should have received an email. If you did not, that means that the email that you have on file on NCJR is not one that you're currently using. That's what it means. It's one you probably had when you first started out. So make sure you update that as well so you're receiving all their communications. Okay? This is a part of doing real estate business. There is nothing we can do about this. There is nothing I can do about this. This is just part of being a real estate agent. And that's why, you know, I share with you guys, especially new agents, and I've shared my chart before, where you should be splitting up your money so that you have money set aside for when these come up. You know it's coming up. It's a given. It's the same time every year. It's not a surprise. So make sure that you take care of this. You know, it takes me days in January, literally, to have to reach out to people and chase them for this money, or they will close the office down. So it's not fun, guys. I don't want to spend 3 days chasing people down for money that should be paid on time and that should be paid as part of being a real estate in our industry. Again, we are a professional industry. It's something that needs to be done. It's $475 and $25 will go to RPAC, which is our political action committee that helps and fights for us to keep a lot of the great things that we have. So please make sure you're at least paying that $25 each year, okay? $500 all together. So, oh, I didn't put this up yet. So anyway, I wanted to share with you, and maybe I'll share with it at the end because I took it down, but this arrives every Monday morning, and our office was in it. So our office pizza party, Agent Appreciation Day, was part of this communication this week. So I will share it with you afterwards. Maybe I'll get it together when Anthony's speaking. But again, this is something that they provide to you as a company, just so you stay in the know about ongoing pandemic response, important employee news, home and lifestyle tips, the latest business updates, employee and associate anniversaries. So you should watch it. It's only about 10 minutes long, and it comes out every Monday morning, and we were showcased in it this week, which I think is really cool. So again, thank you, Anthony, again, for a great day. He picked the perfect day last week. We had a great turnout. Everybody was safe and sound. The pizza was amazing for all that came out. It was so good to see so many faces that we haven't seen in a while and catch up. So thank you so much. Here's some of the photos. As you can see here, she's still the same. Our crazy Bev is still the same here, but we love her to death. It was just an amazing time. It really was. People got to know each other. Carlos came out on his, or Carlo, I always say Carlos. Carlo came out on his motorcycle. Joe McDonald participated, and just a fun day. So thank you for everybody who took the time to come. Thank you again to Anthony for always supporting us with the best events. And thank you to Villa Pizza for great pizzas. That was a really fun time. And that's our all under one roof support team right there. That's your dream team. So thank you again, Anthony. And if you want to just share with us what's going on this week in the mortgage industry.
Yeah, absolutely. Good morning, everybody. Yeah, last week was a lot of fun. We had a great time. The weather was awesome, and I'm so happy that a bunch of you were able to come. Hopefully next time we'll get some more, but the weather was awesome. The food was great. I've gotten a lot of messages on Facebook too, as well, from a lot of other people too, like, oh my God, that's great that you're doing that for your office. I need to come there and all that kind of stuff. So definitely a great thing for sure, but I'm happy everybody had a great time. Yeah, just a market update. I mean, obviously we're getting into the last couple of weeks here before the election. So we're seeing a lot of ups and downs depending on kind of what stock you're in or what company you're with. There's, you know, a lot of movement regarding that stuff too as well. So just to kind of recap, the release of the retail sales numbers showed continued strength last week as the economic continues to rebound. Weekly unemployment claims were higher than expected. This week we'll see data on housing starts and existing home sales. The election and medical news continue to dominate the headlines, as we all know. One day stocks are soaring due to positive medical news. The next days they're retreating based on COVID cases. You know, and just keep the, you know, expect the volatility to continue, and it's been that way for a while now. The gyrations of the contributing to keep mortgage rates low as we hit another record low last week. Watch for volatility from day to day. I mean, the market's been pretty crazy. We're getting a lot of alerts depending on if we have short windows of closings and the loans are not locked, maybe due to inspections. We heard Jamie talk about that last week, where we got to be very cautious when locking clients because there's just so many moving parts right now. I think more than ever, I can't tell you how many deals are just getting delayed due to inspections, septic problems, septic's not being installed, people down to the wire and just not making decisions. Foreclosures, estate sales, where, you know, all parties are not on the same page, attorneys on the other sides of the transactions where just the service is not what we're used to. And we might have a great attorney on the buy side and they're just at the mercy of a seller's attorney and taking weeks just to negotiate, you know, a $500 credit, and that's just jeopardizing our transaction. So, you know, just keep abreast of that, and it's really, really important. But, you know, short window closings right now, we're kind of locking those in early, just because we don't want to have anybody kind of sitting on the sidelines where they didn't lock their loan in time. You can go to the next page. I mean, we were just talking about everything in the world of, you know, Weichert and the systems and Stephanie and everything. I mean, just look how successful, you know, we talk about real estate agents and stuff like that too. Just everything is so driven to social media, right? And all the top producers out there, top agents out there, they're leveraging, you know, the Instagram, the now like the videos on Instagram too as well. You know, I mean, just all that stuff. Every agent that's doing a walkthrough, meeting with a client, I mean, everything is out there for the next person. So, I mean, whatever you can do to capture people's information is really important. We've talked about the mobile phone app that we have too as well. Not really seeing a ton of activity on that. I know everybody's busy, but trying to leverage that and sharing the app with a team approach and all our contact info is super critical right now, because I capture all that data. So I know that we were talking about the QLR codes and stuff like that. You know, I mean, when you're sharing the app, I have a whole database on my end that I'm able to farm and add to and stuff like that and continue to follow up with, and all the shares are there, so we can kind of really tag team it all. So, you know, just keep that in mind and try to use that when you can, because, you know, sadly, you know, a little sticky on my desk when I'm in the office, or, you know, a text message will disappear quickly, you know. So, you know, whether it's using the mobile app or shooting an email is always the best way. I can flag that sort of thing, put a reminder in a calendar to follow up with somebody. But obviously still that communication is really important for everybody. How can we help you on social media? Leverage our network. We post and share open house announcement, new listings. I mean, I'm liking everybody's post out there as much as I possibly can, sharing it, favoriting it, you know, commenting about it, just to kind of keep boosting you guys up and about. You know, we have a ton of content you share. You guys get my boosters and emails and some of that stuff that I pay for regarding current market trends and things of that nature too as well. So, you know, you're more than welcome to share that stuff. I put a good post out there last night on keeping current matters. I know a lot of folks out there utilize that too. It was great just on, you know, a lot of people that might start sitting on the sidelines over the fall. And some talking points for you to talk to your clients or prospective clients or people that you're meeting, why that's an important, or why to use an agent, you know, at this time, which is really important. Our rates have been great. Everything's been going good, as Missy said too as well. Closings have been happening on time. A lot of customers very thrilled and happy. I mean, I know I'm not a big, you know, proponent of promoting all my business and my surveys and stuff, but you do see them out there. You know what your client's going to get when working with me. I spoke to another agent yesterday. Yeah, unfortunately, sometimes we're not going to win all the time, whether it's a rate or a program or whatever it is. But I always wind up hearing from the agent that, you know, they're having a challenge now getting ready to close to closing. The loan's not closing on time. The customer's upset. You know, they should have never left us. You know, things like that happen, and that's just something we talk about all the time. Just, you know, trying to get us in front of the clients earlier on is really, really important. So, you know, no, that's okay. Yeah, that's fine. We have a trivia question this week. Wow, the font's super small.
I know. I don't know why.
I'll read it.
Leave it for me. I can read it though.
According to the aforementioned Essen Top Producer Real Estate Study, 61% millennials, top producing real estate agents, get their business from online sources. What percentage of baby boomer top producers get their business from online sources? Is it A, 62%, B, 24%, C, 37%, and D, 18%?
Hey.
We got a B. Where's Jerry?
C.
There he is.
Hey.
So baby boomer top producers, right? So what would they be doing as far as getting their business online? The answer is C, it's 37%.
Yeah, see.
I love
There you
those
go.
last ones that come in.
Lanny coming late, I
I'm a
think.
baby
Yeah,
boomer.
Lanny.
See?
She knows. She knows. But yeah, let's keep the business coming. Let's keep things going. Definitely pre-approvals are starting to quiet a little bit. Quality of the buyers, I feel like we're starting to see a little bit less good quality buyers right now too as well, depending on who you're working with. I'm trying to churn every lead we possibly can, whether it's Lead Network, OpCity, if you're on that stuff, and just trying to keep that stuff current for you guys, so you guys know what you're working with. But whatever I can do to help you, I'm always here. Open house flyers, weekends, try to get me that stuff earlier on, so I'm not jammed up towards the end of the week. And yeah, let's get some more deals together, and we can kind of keep the momentum going into the fall and winter.
Thank you, Anthony. Thank you.
Thank you for your
Congratulations
support.
again on your
thanks so
great
much.
success last month and
Thank
for
you.
last week. Thank you so much. It was a blast.
Oh, you're welcome.
So our absorption rate. So what I did, not for Morris Plains, obviously, I started in Parsippany, but I did week over week. So total units active this week in Parsippany were 91 compared to last week, 83. And what was under contract last week versus this week, just to give you an idea. of where we're seeing things. So we are seeing, you know, in some towns a little bit higher, but mostly everything's staying steady. So still great absorption rates, still a great time to sell your home, still a lot of buyers out there, and still a lot of opportunities for us as agents. Yes, has it slowed down a little this week? Probably. I've seen it in the office, but you know, it's a good time when you have those little slow blips, because it doesn't last for long, as we know, to take advantage and do some of the things that you've been wanting to do. You should have a list together of what you want to accomplish each year. And maybe right now you're behind on something, or you wanted to really focus on, you know, an activity. Take this time to do that if you're a little slower right now. But continue to build that pipeline so that you will have a unbelievable 2021, because, you know, we're still hearing that it's going to be a great year ahead. So new listings on the market. Mara. I know she was there earlier. I can't see anybody. So Mara has 6 Sherwood Court in Randolph for $899,999. Mark Farley has 14 Buckingham Drive in Madison for $539. Looks like a great, really, really, really nice house. Both of them do. Vin, I know you've talked about 48 Connolly, but do you want to share with us again?
Sure. This just came on the market today. I had it coming since this weekend, and I've got a lot of showings lined up. It's a 4-bedroom, 2.5-bath finished basement in the development for $419. Really good value, and they have brand new townhouses on 46 nearby there are selling for like the low 4s. So this is a great value for a whole colonial on its own.
Yeah, it looks really great. Thank you.
This is about 21 years old, so it's pretty fairly new as well. Pictures, floor plans, and surveys all online. Take a look.
All right, congrats on that. Thank you. Diane Driscoll has 349 Bloomfield Avenue, number 75 in Verona for $200,000. And Cheryl has 2 Sparta Road in Stanhope for $275,000. I believe this is already gone.
It's gone.
Yeah. Yes, I thought so. Yep, I thought that was the case. So Christine Calvarutis, I know she had spoken last week about the new listing she has coming on in Parsippany. So that went on today. It's 45 Ferncliff Road in Morris Plains. As a coming soon, she gave the office an opportunity to bring their buyers there prior to it hitting the market. So it went on today as a coming soon. Will be available Saturday and Sunday at open houses she's having. It went on for $589. But I also want to share with you, as this rolls, everybody hopefully by now has met Patty and Carlos Tam in our office. So Carlos and Patty did this Matterport for Christine. So if anyone's looking for a Matterport for their property, please reach out to Carlos and Christina. Because everybody see it? Is it on the screen? Yeah, okay. So if you don't know what a Matterport is, it allows the seller, the buyer to actually view the home as if they're walking through it. So as you can see, I'm not really good at this yet, but it's a beautiful home. So we're able right now to walk through this home as if we're here. She had it staged yesterday.
How many bedrooms, bathrooms?
Sedgefield.
There
you are. Thank God. I don't know the answer to that. Thank God.
It's 4 bedrooms, 2 full bathrooms. If you could spin it around, Missy, I don't know if you can, just so they can see the kitchen open to the dining room. It's all brand new. You'll be able to see in a second.
Yeah.
It's okay if you can't, Missy. Maybe you could share it with them. The pictures are uploaded on the MLS currently. It's a coming soon today and tomorrow. If you'd like to bring anyone, Friday all day, it'll be available for you to come and just do a showing. Saturday, Sunday open house, 1 to 4. And it's ready to go. It's beautifully done, updated.
Yes, so I'll share this with you guys too when I share the
And Carlos did a great job. He came in, Carlos did a great job. He came in yesterday, 1 hour. He, about an hour, and he got this done. It looks great.
Yeah, really great job, really great job. So, very interactive. So, I want to showcase that for you guys too. So thank you, Christina. I'm glad you're on to share the information about your listing.
Thank you.
Yep, congrats with that. Anybody else have anything coming on the market, price improvements in search of? Okay.
Missy?
Yes.
Missy? Hi, it's Priscilla. We have a new listing coming on in Morris Plains on Glenbrook. It's a 4-bedroom, 2-bath for $645. So we're hoping to get it either on this week or next week.
Did you say 6:45? You went out for a second.
Yeah, 6:45.
6:45. Okay, great. Thank you. And it's in Morris Plains. And what other information did you give us?
It's Glenbrook, so it's very walkable to town and restaurants and everything. It's a really cute house.
Great, thank you. So guys, everybody needs to have those coming soons on, those pocket ones that they can share with their clients, right? Something that they can't find on their own.
Missy,
it's huge, yes.
I have a rental coming up in Garfield, a house for rent, 3-bedroom, 1-bath, real close to the train station, all renovated. They're looking for about $2,900 negotiable.
Great, thank you. Anybody else have anything coming up? All right, so then thank you for attending. Please join me tonight with Tejas in going over the contract of sale, and let me know if there's anything at all you need. And I will talk to you guys soon. Hopefully I'll see you around this week more.
Thank you.
There you are. Now I can see everybody.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.